Guess what? Guess who's back? Back again. Bugsy's back. Gonna tell you about Sonic Adventure 3 and how I would make the game, and maybe shut some Adventure fans up if it was real. Or probably not. They probably just get pissed off, be like, why? This story is complicated. Oh my god, you're using multiverse. I don't even know that. My freaking brain can't handle it, so I'll just hate it because I can't literally just look at a goddamn comic of DC or Marvel to really understand the multiverse. It's not a hard thing to do, but I make it hard by just acting. Fuck, Bugsy, are you done? I'm sorry. But every time someone talks to me about why is there a multiverse in our fucking lore, and I just have to explain, and it's like when I try to explain, it's like I'm telling people to teabag a goat. They just ain't getting it. Bro, that analogy does not make any sense. I know. Neither do some of the people who just question multiverse theory like seriously, if you got it explained, you're still gonna be like, I still don't understand though, it's convoluted. Okay, can we let's see. Enough of that. Can we get this thing started? Oh yeah. So you wanna know more, eh? Well, I was thinking about Knuckles. I've been thinking about Tails' storyline. Most of all for this one. Because we talked a little bit about the two Sonics that are gonna be in the game. And anybody who gives me shit about the two Sonics, y'all need to calm down. At least I would know how to handle both freaking Sonics in the new Sonic Adventure game. Like, I gotta be real. I love Forces, but they kind of fucked around with classic Sonic. Like, yeah, he's in there because of Forces and because of marketing and blah 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 and promotion for for Sonic Mania. But the thing is, a lot of people wonder why I want to bring back Sandy and Sonic for this game. Well, it's not really out of promotion, really. No, it's to throw the Sandy M fans and Archie fans a fucking bone, a actual bone. Like Forces was good. It was hitting the right notes, the right places, and the right angles. I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it didn't do what it set out to do in some ways. But what I'm here to tell all of you is this. What I'm here to tell all of you is this one specific thing. I want Sandy and Sonic in there, so for the people who don't know about Sandy and Sonic, could possibly I like the way I have like Freedom Fighter set up is you know you'd actually probably want to watch, maybe read the Archie comics, maybe watch Sandy M, see what's so cool about this Sonic and why did I put him in the game. If I were to actually make something like that, and also I would place it after. I'd say I'd place it after the proposed season 3, or maybe during when Snively still has control of Nagas. Because I think that shit would be still pretty awesome when I think about it. Let me think about some of the other stuff. Nagas. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like Nagas wouldn't be a main villain though, because I mean maybe he could be, but I feel like we have too many. We have two Eggmans. We don't really need any more. We don't need any more villains. And I feel like Snively would be kind of a sub boss. And if we were gonna use Nagas, he'd be the same. I feel like both dimensions would have like their versions of sub bosses. anyways, this, but Sega Sonic would learn a little bit more about this the Setting M universe, and Setting M Sonic would learn a little bit about the Sega Sonic universe, which is not a lot. I gotta be real with you. I gotta be real with you, folks. It's not really a lot. There's no I would try to put lore and world building into the Sega Sonic universe. Oh, trust me, I would. I am so tired of Sonic not having a consistent fucking timeline because freaking Keshi Iizuka, don't think I hate you. Don't think I hate you, sir. I do not. But the thing I get mad at is that you guys don't freaking give Sonic a consistent actual timeline saying, hey, this is okay. All the stuff from the classic games happened. All the stuff barring maybe a few of the modern games happened. When I mean barring a few of the modern games, you know what I'm talking about. You're talking about '06. Because, with '06, we're still wondering if is that still canon? Is it still a part of Sonic's lore? Like, if it's out of existence, but in generations, does that mean it's back in the lore? Like, what even is Sonic 06 now? And does that mean Elise is back? Because if Elise is fucking back, I'm gonna freak.
Sonic is a desperate attempt to make a new Sonic, but they failed miserably.
That I can agree with. But I'm just saying, I just don't want, I just don't want '06 part of the timeline. But like I'm saying, we need something consistent in the timeline, man. And I would at least say, okay, the classic games are definitely canon. Hypersonic is canon because fuck you. Okay, Hypersonic is basically canon because people love Hypersonic, dude. Okay, we can just have Hypersonic be an option in the story. Yeah, I would bring Hypersonic in a 3D Sonic game. And guys, as much as I love the 2D sections, because everybody's like, well, they're bad. Well, I think it's about time that we do get a fully 3D Sonic game. So no 2D sections, they're all gone. Okay? The 2D sections came at a time where a whole bunch of classic Sonic fans were jonesing for the 2D. Like, dude, I will suck your Chaos Emeralds if you just give me the 2D Sega. I'll do whatever you want, man. I'll do whatever you want. I got these cheeseburgers, man. I got to do whatever you want. And I just feel like it's time for like it's time for Sonic it's time for Sonic to just go back to being fully 3D. And and you know what? Like, and I would even send a note to IGN and be like, okay, listen. No funny no funny business, IGN. If you're gonna review this, review it actually fairly this time. Fuck. Instead of just like, Sonic was never good because we want to be hip and new. Just do it right. Do it right, and I'll blacklist you. Okay, that's just something I want, but nothing you guys would want unless you want IGN to be blacklisted. Then we're on the same boat here. But that's only something I want, just to give IGN the middle finger, like, or maybe just send them a letter with like my middle finger just there, like, oh yeah, in the closed envelope, there's a picture of my middle finger. You know what I mean? Fuck you. Anyways, let's get back to the actual gameplay. I feel like an open world Sonic game would be great because Aquanic Magma, or what, I forget what he's called now, but I forget what he's called now. But he did have a good idea for an open world Sonic game. I actually looked at Sonic, I think, what was it, Sonic Excursion? I believe it was, where it's kind of open world, like it had different ways to end a level. And like that, but something a little bit more akin to Breath of the Wild, where it's more open and you can do whatever you want. Maybe even fight freaking Mecha Robotnik in the very beginning, in the very few hours of the game, if you don't even have everything. It'd be fucking hard, but you know, maybe. But yeah, we're gonna. Oh yeah, yeah. There is gonna be combat. So all the people that groaned about the werehog, guys, combat can work in a Sonic game. Just like the werehog. Even if some of you don't agree, most people that I've talked to have said that the werehog's combat system technically works, while the rest of you are like, "Oh my god, werehog! Sonic is a werehog! Oh my god!" No, please, no. Like seriously, it's really, but seriously, it's like really ridiculous, guys. Like honestly, like some of the people who tripped out about the werehog, some of them went completely and utterly ape shit about it, and it just. I don't know what the big deal with that is. Like, oh, Sonic's a werehog? That's not normal. Ooh. You know, I would just put the werehog as an optional thing just to piss everybody off. Just to be like, the people who didn't like the werehog, fuck you. And the people who data mine this who still don't like the werehog, this is my. I got a little digital thing that says fuck you. But if okay, enough of that though. Enough of that. Let me be serious. But I would bring back combat in this. I would bring back combat. I would put combat in the Sonic game because Sonic can actually punch and kick if you guys didn't notice from Sonic Forces. So I would like to see where that would go. Like you can and the thing is you can switch it off. Like if you want Sonic to be throwing punches and kicks with maybe his spin dash and his homing attack, you can. But if you only want homing attack, spin dash, and a few of his other attacks, you can just switch them on and off through the menu. You know, switching it, giving people an opportunity of what they would want to play with. I feel like that would work. Silver's gameplay. Okay, Silver's gameplay and his story. I would say Silver finds out there's a disturbance between universes because it's fucking with time. Like Mobius and whatever the fuck Sonic's Sega home is, they merged. They actually at some point in his storyline they merged together, and you know for a little bit I would say I'd put this at the last like story. A lot of people say like, what if you put Bugsy the Hedgehog as a new character, guys? As much as I would love to put my character in the game because people have asked me about that. I don't see what he would be able to do that would be different. We got Shadow, we got Knuckles, we got Silver, we got Tails. I'm not bringing in Sticks. I don't know why I picked the one picture that had Sticks in it, but we have all these characters. I just feel like there's no room for him really. Maybe he could be the brawler and Sonic can just have his old attacks, probably that. But I feel like, and Knuckles would have that too, because he'd have brawling segments, a la, a la Streets of Rage, with a little bit of a Sonic twist to it. So I don't really know. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't have. So even if I wanted to, and people would be like, "You're just putting your character in, they can self-insert," and I'd just say, "Shut the fuck up, okay?" See, now, for you guys that want to openly complain about my shit, this ain't a real Sonic game. No, I'd be like, no, but if it was real, I'd be like, look, you don't have to play the fucking game. You can play whatever Sonic game you like, and no one will be the wiser, alright? But I'm doing this for the people who actually want this, to oppose the rest of you guys who just want a whole bunch of different things, and the classic fans fighting with each other. And I wouldn't really make this solely for the adventure fans either. because some of them I just don't like. Like, you guys don't even want to know. Like, I was on Facebook once, right? And I was like, I gave people ideas to do some. I gave people ideas to make their own Sonic Adventure 3 because if Sega wasn't gonna do it, y'all can. So there's one dude by the name of Scood Darvison. He was like, I didn't tell anybody to make their own game with their own with their own with their made up storylines. I'm like, I was being nice because like I don't want to get kicked out of this group because I'm just trying to say that you guys could actually do something like that, right? But I wanted to say to that dude, well, it beats sitting on your ass begging Sega to do it. Please, oh please, give me Sonic Adventure 3. I just made this because I felt like there actually is something more we could do with Sonic Adventure because I actually took the time and actually thought about it instead of just going, please, we want it. I want it. I need it. I'm actually thinking about things. I'd say open world, and I would have side missions for like leveling up because Sonic wouldn't be the only one that levels up. But I would kind of take away the power ups that you find in every kind of level. Like you could probably like buy them, but they're not like essential. If you want like if you want if you don't want if you don't want a serious challenge, you don't have to get them. But if you can get them. But if you want a challenge, you don't get them. Or I'd have something that would, or maybe if you get them, like the level changes to suit you getting the new item. But all of Sonic's like stuff will come back, like the light speed dash and the light speed attack and his bounce bracelet. Knuckles, I would take some of Knuckles' stuff because I looked when you actually like get him all his upgraded stuff. It just looks very cluttered. Makes his design look very cluttered. I just wouldn't do it. Silver could have like a whole bunch of different things because I feel like Silver's like telekinesis during stages can actually get powered up at the end of each level. Tails. Okay, let's get back to Tails. I've been taking I took a long meander away from Tails. I feel like Tails' storyline will be more about him rediscovering that, yeah, he used to be the shit. Why is he such a fucking crybaby and coward now? Why is he always hiding behind his gadgets when he really never. He used gadgets, sure, but he never had to hide behind them, in a sense. Like, yeah, in short, Tails can still have his fucking, his fucking little bit of, a little bit of sass. He's getting older. He's getting older. I'd say close to being a teenager. He can still have that. That I can reasonably that I that I can reasonably like let him have. But I want him to have more like I want Tails to be able to talk shit to the villains, but have enough power and enough know-how and enough knowledge to back all that up. You know what I mean? That's what I want. That is truly what I want. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, we. Oh yeah, I like Dreamcast, the Chow Gardens, like Chow Resorts, and the extended Chow mod was truly just it would have more stuff and it would update constantly. It would update like every month or so go to go along with the month. You know, kind of like I feel like we'd make the Chao Gardens like like a combination of Animal Crossing and what it was originally. And I feel like that would work. Levels would be okay, and then you know what? Just to give people what they want, I'd be like, okay, you want a level? You want long levels, boys and girls? How about a level that lasts for 30 for like 40 minutes? Yeah, you want long shit? I'll give you long shit. And oh yeah, just to fuck with every. But even though I'm gonna tell you my real answer, but you know, if I like really had my way and I just felt the need to fuck with all of you with with Green Hill, I'd just be like, I'll be like, I make Sonic make a joke called, "Yes, we're gonna go back to Green Hill because we all know how much you love Green," and have Sonic really literally break the fourth wall, like in Sonic Boom, just to fuck with just to have me just say how just me pointing out your exaggerations when it comes to Green Hill. But then he goes like, "No, we're not doing Green Hill. We're actually doing Hilltop." I mean, I would bring back old stages, maybe. But the thing is, the reason I would bring back a lot of old stages from other Sonic games to actually show that Sonic has a cohesive world. Actually, that's what Freaking Forces was actually trying to do, but none of you actually listened. Which I gotta say, like, does it hurt that does it hurt that I'm actually trying to make? Does it hurt that I'm actually making sense, or are all of you telling me to fuck off? You know, I feel like you guys are telling me to fuck off. I feel it. I feel it. But for those of you, I'm like, yeah, but I would show the old levels kind of age and grow and show some difference because that shows that Sonic's world is cohesive even if it doesn't have an actual name and we just call it Earth. Sorry. I'm still a little pissed off about that. Sorry. Oh yeah, but but the last, the last story because I'll talk about Shadows and Knuckles' thing in a minute, but I feel like the last story, and I may change this depending on you know, and probably each part if I find something a little bit more interesting than what I have right now. But I feel like Mecha Robotnik, he would basically combine the worlds together. All like if you guys ever read like if you guys ever read like House of M, which is an X-Men comic where the Scarlet Witch basically fucked with all reality. But the thing is that Mecha Robotnik, I mean Mecha Robotnik, he doesn't use he doesn't use just the Chaos Emeralds. Nah, he grabs the fucking World Rings. Yeah, the World Rings would be a thing. Or actually even gets the Super Emeralds and the World Rings, and he uses those things to warp reality, and they just come together, and like the game starts off. Okay, and just for like a little bit of a mind fuck for the audience, the game starts up again, right? But then we notice that there are two Sonics. One actually being called Sonic because I kind of wanna give a certain friend of mine some. I'd probably want to give a certain friend of mine, just a little bit of a reference. I don't know, maybe not, but I would have the two Sonics. I would have this like looks like we got a step big. Well, actually, I'd probably either have actually it would start again, but it would have Eggman. It would have Mecha Robotnik actually taking over, probably even in his regular body again, going, yes. Now, it goes to the final hour of Mecha Robotnik's plan, which is basically a gigantic version of the Doomsday Project that encompasses the whole of Mobius just to roboticize the whole thing. Yeah, I'm bringing back the Doomsday Project. And, Sonic either like and here's something that happens. Now, I would say that this game would probably be on the PlayStation 4, Xbox, and whatever. Say you get one of your Sonic Forces saves, right? And you get one of your avatars because I say in the beginning of the game you get one of your avatars, right? You don't see him until the very end, but he's the only your avatar is the only one unaffected by Mecha Robotnik's changes. And he basically goes, "This ain't the two Sonics are like timid or they're still trying to save the day, but they they keep getting screwed over, and they lose hope, and then like the Avatar comes in, he's like, this isn't you, Sonic, or you, Sonic. This this is this is all Robotnik's doing. They don't believe him at first. And he's like, I'm serious, you two. He's like, I'm serious, you two. That's what's going on. Your worlds were never supposed to be like this. But he made it that way. And then they start to remember, and the last half is trying to separate the two worlds. Because if they stay that way, chronal distortion will happen. For those of you that don't know what chronal distortion is, let me just spell it out for you because I don't want you guys to say, "Oh, Bugsy, you're being too complicated." A lot of people say that whenever I talk about stuff like this, so I gotta simple. I gotta simplify it, but not because you guys are dumb, just because I know some of you ain't gonna get what I'm trying to say. So let me just get to it. Chrono distortion means at the time the two universes and the two timelines will basically collapse in on each other and fucking explode. Or if you don't like that explanation, what it's really gonna do is that yeah, or since Robotnik is the one who's since Mecha Robotnik is the one who made the two universes come together, if they stay for too long, he can actually warp it. He can actually because I'd say that takes a lot of energy from the Chaos Emeralds and the World Rings. So they had to recharge their power before Eggman can really before Robotnik can basically make the world into his own image. So you got so in the final act of the story, he finds everybody. He finds Knuckles. He finds Shadow. He finds Silver. He finds he finds everybody, and even the Freedom Fighters help. And you guys are probably wondering why I didn't talk about the Freedom Fighters. That's going to be in the next part, or Shadow for that matter. But I'm gonna get to that. Knuckles, again, I don't know. I'm gonna get to Knuckles' storyline as well because I haven't really talked about it, and I'm still kind of grappling with what his storyline could still be. But I don't want the Master Emerald to be broken again. I kind of want to say that the reason why Knuckles hasn't been looking after Master Emerald since the whole incident in um, Sonic Adventure 2 is that he did like Hidden Palace is a thing, and he actually replaced it with a fake Master Emerald. The real Master Emerald's inside the island, but and this is where but Knuckles' thing I can't really talk about yet. I don't know because the for this part of Knuckles' story to actually work, we would literally have to bring in the Nocturnus clan, or at least a new clan of echidnas that Ken Penders doesn't fucking own. Something that would be wholly, something that would be wholly mine if that were to happen. But I'll get into that soon enough. But back to the, but yeah, So basically, Sonic, like Sonic's Resistance and Sonic's Freedom Fighters, they all charge Eggman like they all charge Eggman's fortress kind of like Sonic Forces, but they have weapons, they have guns. They're like it's just like it actually feels like it actually feels, and I'm trying to make it invoke imagery of like what was a good moment where the Freedom Fighters actually took charge? I'd say at the end of the Robotnik Victorious arc where everybody was charging properly. That would work. But unlike Zack Snyder, it would have a purpose. Unlike Zack Snyder shoving Dark Knight Returns imagery in Batman v Superman, it would actually have a purpose. Now, now, and basically the final fight would be them turning super. Eh, I would say I'd say the SOS missions would return also, just for the fact that you can the fact that you could probably level your characters up, you level Sonic and the others up by doing these. Um, Heck, there will be even a side mission for Robotnik. There'll be a side mission for Robotnik that not a side mission for Robotnik, but a side mission for roboticized Eggman where he goes like Sonic. He goes like Sonic or whoever you have with you, playing the side mission. He goes like, "Listen, I never wanted this. You have to go grab me. A weapon I've been meaning to use for a multitude of years." So you actually get to go. So depending on which character, you actually get to go sneak in Robotnik's secret base. Like we know that Eggman has a whole bunch of different bases all around Earth, right? So what if he had a secret base with a secret project just in case this whole little plan bringing Robotnik into his world to help him conquer this world actually backfired. So you actually go down. But what you see in the side mission. See, I would say do the side missions because it just gives you more story. But yeah, Infinite is actually down there, but he's different. He's like I would say I'd say he looked I'd say Robotnik looked into the whole roboticization that his otherworld counterpart did, and he is like fully roboticized. Like he's like Sonic must destroy Sonic. And you actually get to fight Infinite, and by defeating Infinite, I do kind of give hints that he will come back in another game. Yeah, because I actually want Infinite to stick around. I think if we worked on Infinite a little bit more as a villain, I think we could have something there. But I know I'm meandering around because I don't want to give away my true stuff for the game. Not yet. But I'd say the final fight between Mecha Robotnik is everybody is like in this fight. Like for the final thing, you use everybody's abilities to fight Mecha Robotnik. Because like in the actual comic that I'm basing half of this off of, it took everybody to beat. If I remember correctly, it did take everybody to beat Mecha Robotnik. I could be wrong. It's been a while, but that's what I remember. But you use everybody's skills in combination. But like I said, you use everybody's skills in combination with the final fight, and it's perfect. And none of these characters repeating what you have to do like twice. They only do it one time, and then from there you figure out what you gotta do. I would say the final fight would end with both Sonics, and this is where it would probably get kind of fanficky on some level. They actually both Sonics actually learn how to how to unify their bodies together, becoming Neo Sonic. Like, think of Sonic, but you know those pictures of like they'd be always be like Neo Sonic or Toei Sonic. Think about those designs, but mixed together, or probably an even taller with more defining muscles that Sonic has. Like, I'm not gonna go too crazy with the muscles, but he has them. Like, they're there. And basically, they beat Mecha Robotnik, and with that done, the worlds they don't stay closed. They're actually they actually stay open, but it doesn't result in chrono distortion, meaning that these worlds can be visited and both Sonics can go back and forth to these worlds because when they use all that chaos energy to unify and also to push Mecha Robotnik back, it stabilized their world. So now both of these universes are together. Yeah. And it would probably even open for other games that would probably have the same premise but build upon what I've said. Later, I'm gonna talk about Knuckles' storyline and more of Silver and Shadows because I really didn't touch on it. I know it's a little disjointed, but I give you guys what I can. I give you guys what I think would would suffice a video at the same time. So I don't know. Maybe I'll make more parts of this, and give your feedback. Do you think this is a good idea? I want to hear from you guys. I want to literally hear from you guys. Am I doing? Is it a good job? Do you guys think I should fuck off with this idea? What do you think? What do you think I should do? Wait, what would you want in a What would you want in a Sonic Adventure 3 with what I've said so far? That's what I want to know. You know, leave me something down in the comments and tell me. Or hey, send me a video through Twitter and tell me what you actually want. Yeah, I'm bringing back response videos, but you're gonna have to do it through my. You're gonna either have to do it through my Twitter or through my comments. This is Bugsy signing off. Hope you enjoyed this. And, hit the bell. Hit the bell if you want to see more. Because seriously, when I go on my trip, you guys are gonna probably have to hit the bell because I'll have like a whole bunch of like scheduled videos planned for when I'm gone, so it doesn't look like I'm gone. So you may want to hit that bell. But I'll see you guys later. I'll tell you, but before I go, I'll leave you with this. I feel like Sega Sonic's universe needs to be expanded in this way because if we can't give Sonic more world building, let's put let's let's try this way and see what happens. It might inspire the next creators of these Sonic games to probably take these ideas and be like, yeah, we can run with that. I feel like they keep saying that Sega can't use the Freedom Fighters. I say bullshit. They probably could. If Sega really wanted to use them, they would. No questions asked. And yes, maybe I'm a SATM fan, and maybe that clouds a little bit of my judgment, but I think it could work. Like, I would say this is like Sonic. This would be like Sonic Forces, the better edition, with more adventure like elements from the first game. Mostly resembling the first game that it does the second game. But there will still be Chow Karate because I love that shit. But if you have a better idea, leave a video in the comments, or tell me what you think. I'm Bugsy, signing off. Hope you enjoyed this. See you in part 3, folks, which will probably be next week.